Nasher Alagonda, Lord of Neverwinter. I was once an adventurer, though that was long ago. Erin Gend tells me you have done much in the defense of our city. For this I thank you, though I fear it was already finished. Aribeth knows our defenses too well. We could not stand against her forces. The enemy has breached our walls. All is lost.
Do not give up hope, my lord. We still have the words of power, after all.
And what good has that done, Erin? We have no way to use them. Whatever magic is locked within those stone tablets is of no use to us.
Perhaps Haedraline will reveal their secret to us, if you release her from the dungeons.
I don't trust that creature, Erin, and neither should you. We have done her no harm. If she was truly our ally, she would tell us what she knows.
Haedraline told us about the secret door beneath Castle Never. Without her, we would never have found the Source Stone.
And what good has that done, Erin? That creature won't tell us anything about it. The Source Stone is as useless to us as the words of power.
Perhaps Haedraline will speak to our champion. She has spoken with them before.
Enough, Erin. Now, if you want to speak to Haedraline, you are free to do so. But I will not release her from the dungeon while an enemy is within our city gates. Personally, I think this is all a waste of time. Words of power, the Source Stone, Haedraline. What good is this against Aribeth's army? Our fate is sealed. We are all doomed. Of course, of course. But before you go, maybe Gend is right. Maybe you should go speak to this Haedraline creature. I doubt it will do much good, but maybe, just maybe, she knows something that can save us. We're desperate, after all. Any important information you come across should be reported directly to Erin Gend. I've placed him in charge of the defense of the city.
These are indeed dark times, though not so dark as Lord Nasher portrays them. The people of Neverwinter are made of sterner stuff than any of us imagine. But if Neverwinter is to survive, we must all play our part. My place is here by Lord Nasher's side. I must oversee every aspect of the defense of the city. And your own part is one you know all too well. You must save Neverwinter once more. Though how you might accomplish this, I cannot say. Perhaps the creature Haedraline knows something of this. You should speak to Haedraline before you go. Maybe she will tell you something about the Source Stone or the words of power. My instincts tell me that she is the key if Neverwinter is to be saved. And I have learned to trust my instincts.
Good day. Good day. Good day.
I have been waiting for you. These other warm bloods are weak. I do not trust them. They are weak. Like the ones you call Aribeth and Maugrim. They cannot stand against the creators. Now that Morag stirs within the Source Stone, Maugrim has unlocked the magic of the words of power. The Old Ones awake, and the world you know shall be no more. 3 of the words are here in this castle. But there are 4 words of power in all. Maugrim has found the final word, strongest of them all. I came here to warn your people against Morag's return, but the Warm Bloods do not trust me. They cast me into this dungeon. Do not waste time trying to free me from this prison. It serves no purpose. Instead, you must help me stop Morag's return before the Old Ones awake and I am made a word slave once more. The fourth word is close. I can feel its power. Maugrim and Aribeth brought it here to this city you call Neverwinter. Bring the word to me. I am Haedraline, leader of the word slaves. With the final word, I can break Morag's power and trap her forever inside the Source Stone. You must trust me. If not, Morag will awaken the Old Ones, and Neverwinter will be destroyed. You must hurry. With each passing hour, Morag's power grows. Soon, I will not be strong enough to stop my queen from awakening her people.
I greet you.
Hello.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Taste my savage fury! Fight!
I found...
Welcome to Welcome to this house.
Taste my savage fury!
It is done. I shall do as you ask.
Welcome to this house of healing. Though
see you here. You have become quite the thorn in Maugrim's side. Though he would never admit it, I believe you have impressed him with your accomplishments. I, however, am not too proud to admit my respect for you. You have thwarted us at almost every turn. Yet in the end, Morag's will cannot be denied. You have already lost. My troops control the city. Soon, even Castle Never will fall. The streets will run red with the blood of Neverwinter's children. Morag is a voracious mistress. It seems there are never enough dead to satisfy her hunger. You dare call these people innocent? The citizens of Neverwinter screamed for Fenthic's death, and Lord Nasher gave it to them. His blood is on their hands. We are all guilty here, and we are all deserving of death. Justice? There is no such thing. I came here for vengeance, but I am not responsible for Neverwinter's fall. My position at the head of the armies only hastened the inevitable end. Neverwinter was doomed as soon as Maugrim unleashed the Wailing Death. Can you not feel it in the air? An evil cloud covers the city, the shadow of Morag. The Queen of the Old Ones has awakened, and none shall survive her coming. I am no blind fool like Maugrim. I know Morag will betray me. In fact, I'm counting on it. I deserve death for what I have done. But when I die, I will have the satisfaction of knowing Neverwinter was made to pay for what happened to Fenthic. There is nothing more to say. It is too late for words. We must settle this in blood, or we die. You have come far since our first meeting. I no longer stand against you. Had Morag foreseen how powerful you would become, perhaps she would have chosen you to be her champion, instead of turning her lidless eye in my direction. I suppose that is true. You have the strength of your convictions, something I lost long ago. Tell me, how can you go on, knowing you fight for a city that is doomed to fall when the Old Ones return? I have seen the future in my dreams. Neverwinter will vanish in a blaze of flame when the Old Ones are reborn. It is inevitable. Hope? All hope within my heart perished with Fenthic. He was taken from me, the light of my life, and I was left alone in the empty darkness. Is the execution of my lover not justification enough for what I have become? They say I betrayed Neverwinter, but Neverwinter betrayed Fenthic first. With Fenthic's death, I lost more than a lover. He was a devoted servant of both Tyr and Neverwinter, and I saw how his devotion was repaid. How could I believe in a god who allowed such an atrocity? How could I serve a city so mercilessly cruel? When Fenthic was executed, I lost my lover, my faith, my loyalty. Everything I believed in crumbled around me. I am simply telling you what happened. How I came to break my vows and betray all that I stood for. Look around you. Look at the death and destruction I have brought to Neverwinter. I can never make up for this. And I have been too long under Morag's power. The Queen has a hold on me. I could not stand with you against her, even if I wanted to. I cannot help the city. I could bring my information to Lord Nasher and Erengend, true. But it would not be enough to turn the tide of the battle. Morag's power will bring victory to the Luskan troops. Perhaps a few hundred lives could be saved, though the city would still fall. But what will that avail me? Lord Nasher would still have me executed for what I have done. I should sacrifice myself for the sake of the people who demanded Fenthic's blood? Do you really believe me capable of so selfless an act? Once I would have gladly sacrificed myself for this city. But I have changed. I am no longer the Aribeth you knew. Now I walk a different path. You kept my ring? After my betrayal? After all the death and misery I have brought to you and the city? But why? I am not who I once was. I cannot. It would not be possible. I cannot go back. Not after what I have done. Your words are wise. Perhaps I can set aside my hatred. If I turn myself over to Lord Nasher for execution, many lives may yet be saved. At least then my own death would have some meaning. But you will have to trust me in this. Maugrim waits for you behind this door. You must face him now. Time is of the essence. But I dare not accompany you, for fear I will fall once again under Morag's spell. Do you trust me enough to let me go if I vow to surrender myself to Lord Nasher? Can you take that risk? Then I shall leave Maugrim to you, and I shall deliver myself to Lord Nasher and tell him what I know of the Luskan troop movements. If we are lucky, my information may help some of Neverwinter's citizens escape with their lives. And I will submit to Lord Nasher's judgment, whatever the consequences may be. I am grateful to you for this chance to do what is right. I wanted you to know that before I go, in case Lord Nasher has me executed before you return. No! I dare not. I have served Morag for too long. She had a hold over me. I am afraid if I must face her, or Maugrim, I might once again fall under her sway. I must go to Lord Nasher now, while my resolve is still strong. You must face Maugrim without me.
I see Morag was right. Aribeth was not strong enough to defeat you, but she has served her purpose. You have come too late. The ritual is over. The awakening of the Old Ones has begun! The Creator race will be reborn, and you shall be the first to taste the power my queen has given unto me!
Welcome to this house.
Consider myself well informed, particularly when it comes to matters directly concerning the defense of Neverwinter. I must confess I was somewhat embarrassed at having no advanced warning when Aribeth appeared at the gates to surrender herself to Lord Nasher. Seeing you here, I cannot help but wonder what further surprises you might bring my way. Nothing yet. As long as we are at war, he shall keep her alive to provide us with information about the Luskan troops. If we survive this war, I do not know. The law is clear enough. The penalty for Aribeth's betrayal is death. And yet, I know Lord Nasher deeply regrets Fenthic's execution and the turmoil it brought upon the city. And he rarely makes the same mistake twice. I suppose we shall just have to wait and see. Some of my operatives reported that you had recovered the fourth word of power. I wasn't surprised, given all your previous accomplishments.
And what good will this word do us? We already have 3 of the damn things.
Now that we have all 4 words, we may be able to unlock their power, Lord Nasher.
And just how are we supposed to do that again? Do you know how to use them?
No, but I suspect Haedraline understands their mysteries. She might be willing to share her secrets with our champion.
You should quit wasting Gen's time. Go speak with Haedraline if you think the word is any use.
I am afraid Lord Nasher is right. You should speak to Haedraline about this. Is there anything else you need? Yes, I heard he met a fittingly violent end. Yet, the enemy's spirit is not broken. Others step forward from the ranks to assume the leadership of Luskan's army. As we feared, there is some darker power behind the invaders than even Maugrim. All we can do is hold on as long as we are able, and pray help arrives in time. Is there something else you need? Haedraline does not trust us, I fear. Understandable, considering the reception she received upon her arrival. You are the only one she is willing to speak to. Perhaps it would be best if you kept her secrets. If she wishes to share them with us, she will send for either Lord Nasher or myself. I am more than just a spy master now. I am responsible for coordinating the entire defense of Neverwinter. I will not risk alienating a potential ally in Haedraline. I trust you, and I suspect that whatever information Haedraline has shared is something I cannot help you with in any case. If we had the manpower, I would place an entire company at your disposal. But I need every warm body on the battle lines just to keep Luskan from taking the city core. You will have to act on Haedraline's information on your own, I'm afraid. Yes, there is still much that must be done if Neverwinter is to be saved.
It is good to see you again. When I surrendered to Lord Nasher, I was certain my execution would be swift. But it seems Lord Nasher has chosen to let me live, for now at least. I am glad, if for no other reason than it gives me a chance to see you again. I am at peace for the first time since Fenthic's death, and I have you to thank. You saved me. I no longer fear my fate. When Fenthic was executed, I thought I had lost everything. But now I see this is not true. I have you. You were there when I was in my darkest hour. You were there when I needed you. But I was too blind to see. But you never gave up on me. I have found myself again. And I finally see how special you are to me. They say it is better to have loved and lost than not to have loved at all. I never used to believe that, until now. I loved Fenthic with all my heart, and his memory will always be dear to me. But that does not mean I can never love another. Perhaps in time we might, if things had been different. Lord Nasher has not passed judgment on me yet. I am content with whatever fate awaits, but in his eyes, I see hope that I might live. Should Neverwinter survive, he may choose another sentence for me. I may yet be given a chance to make some small amends for what I have done. There is yet hope for me, and for us. Forgive me for speaking so frankly about this. My heart could not stay silent, but I should not have burdened you with this. Not while you still must face Morag. If fate is kind, perhaps we will be able to continue this once Morag is slain. But while she lives, we must set our own feelings aside for the greater good. Perhaps if I had learned this lesson long ago, tragedy could have been averted. Forgive me, but I will speak of my feelings for you no more. You must concentrate on the task at hand. I have already given most of my information to Eringend and Lord Nasher. Luskan battle plans and the location of their troops. But I will try to help you however I can. This I cannot do. Even if Lord Nasher chose to release me from this cell, I would have to refuse your request. I served too long under the Queen of the Old Ones. She has a hold over me, a power I fear I might not be able to resist. I will not put myself in the position where I might betray Neverwinter again. I have learned from my mistakes. I understand. There is still much that must be done if Morag is to be defeated. I wish you luck.
I sense you have the word of power. But you have come too late. Morag has grown too strong. She has feasted on the souls of the plague victims and fed her power through the rituals of Maugrim. I can no longer stop her return. Soon my mistress will have the power to break free of the Source Stone. Even without the words of power, I am only a word slave. I can do nothing against the growing power of my queen. But where I have failed, you may yet succeed. You could enter the Source Stone itself and confront Morag before she reclaims her full power. You could destroy her before she awakens the Old Ones. You must hurry. Morag's power, the Source Stone, is located in the dungeons beneath this castle. I have already told this to the warm blood you call Lord Nasher. There are 4 pedestals surrounding the Source Stone. Place the words of power on the pedestals, and you will be drawn into the very heart of the Source Stone itself. The 3 words, recovered outside the city, were in the possession of the warm blood known as Lord Nasher. If he is wise, he will give them to you. The 4th word you recovered from Maugrim yourself. You will need all 4 to enter the Source Stone. You must hurry. Every delay allows Morag to grow stronger. I wish you luck for the sake of us all.
These are strange times. My city is in ruins and all but overrun by Luskan forces. And yet Aribeth, the leader of our enemies, sits in our dungeons awaiting my judgment. Were things not so grim, I might laugh at the absurdity of it all. What is it you need of me? While the war rages on, she will live. She can provide us valuable information about our enemy's tactics and numbers. As for her fate when this is all over, that is a matter I have not yet decided. Such matters are to be decided later. After all you have done for the city, the least I can do is answer your questions. Although Gent probably knows more than I do. I've given them to Master Ford, Chief Archaeologist of Neverwinter. He seems to think there's some link between the words and the Source Stone. Initially, I hoped he could figure out how to unleash their power. But even as wise as Master Ford is, he hasn't been able to learn anything more about the words of power or the Source Stone. Since we discovered the Source Stone in the secret chambers beneath Castle Never, Master Ford has spent all his time studying it. You can go speak to him to see what he's discovered if you wish. Though you might have more luck getting information from that creature Haedraline if you can get her to talk. Come and go as you please. You've earned that right. Perhaps if Neverwinter had more people like you, things wouldn't look so bleak. Any important information you come across should be reported directly to Eren Gend. I've placed him in charge of the defense of the city.
I shall do as you ask. It is done. I shall do as you ask.
Time to die!
Greetings. I am Master Ford, head archaeologist of Neverwinter. Lord Nashor mentioned someone might be coming to investigate the Source Stone.
Welcome to the
Taste my savage fury!
I shall do as you ask.
But I thank you for your aid nonetheless. Had you not intervened, I fear I would have succumbed to the Scaled Raiders. My name is Ashira of the Shining Order from the city of Sahaladar. My garments are those of my people, though perhaps they look as strange to you as your own garb does to me. As for the name Aribeth, I have no knowledge of her. Was she a companion of yours? Morag? That name is known to me. The Queen of the Scaled Raiders! Her face has haunted my dreams. Her voice hissing whispered promises of power to tempt me to turn against my people. But I am of the Shining Order, sworn in service to Sahaladar, greatest of the floating cities on Azala. I am not Aribeth. I am Ashira. And yet there are many worlds and planes of existence drawn together in this strange place. It may be that the one you call Aribeth is my parallel in your world. Or I am her parallel, if you prefer. Perhaps that is why we have been brought together. You say this Aribeth betrayed her faith. She was lost to Morag's evil. Perhaps we have met so that I may help you avenge her fall. I am a true knight of the Shining Order of Sahaladar. Perhaps I have been brought here from Azala to redeem the memory of Aribeth, that her soul may be cleansed of its sins by my actions. The Old Ones seek to return to the world of their birth, but to do this, they need slaves and resources gathered from other, weaker worlds. Morag set the Scaled Raiders loose upon my homeworld. Azala had never faced so terrible a foe. Their savage cruelty was as alien as their appearance. The Scaled Raiders stripped my defenseless world of its magical treasures, and many of my people were sacrificed in bizarre rituals to feed the power of their queen. Vengeance is but one reason I am here. My world was peaceful and vulnerable. That is why we were among the first to suffer. But as Morag's strength grows, more of the Old Ones awaken. Soon a conquering army of her minions will pour forth to reclaim their homeworld. Then Morag will enslave world after world, and all will know the suffering of Azala. After much searching, the magicians of Sahaladar discovered a portal in my world, A gate leading to this pseudo-plane where many universes converge. 6 were chosen to come through the portal, though we knew we could not return.
I have failed in the task. I shall do as you ask. It is done. I shall do as you ask. I shall do as you ask. It is done. I have failed in the task. I shall do as you ask.
Welcome to this Welcome to this... Welcome to this house. Welcome.
Taste my savage fury!
It is done. May I speak? I shall do as you ask. May I speak with you, Lord? Yes? Is there something you need?
We are the masters, the creators, the old ones. Long have we slept, and in our absence, the lesser races have grown bold. The slaves act as kings, building cities and nations, and laying claim to that which is ours. Tear down the cities! Death to the warm bloods! Haedraline and the word slaves have betrayed us, abandoning us to our exile within the Source Stone. Death to the traitors! Death to the word slaves! The time of awakening has come. The creators shall rise again and unleash vengeance on the world that has forgotten us. Hail Morag! Lead us to vengeance! A storm of fire shall banish the endless winter. The city of slaves shall be utterly consumed by the flames of our rebirth. The high priests prepare the final rituals that will unlock the Source Stone and free us from our prison. Soon,
for a slave. You have slain Maugrim, the prophet who heralded my coming. You have defeated Aribeth, the champion I chose from among my slave races. You have slaughtered many of my warriors and priests. But now you face Moag, queen of the Old Ones, high priestess of the Creators. Kneel, slave, and I shall let you live! I shall rip away your flesh and feast upon your soul!
destroyed her magic as well. The world she had created, the Source Stone, crumbled into nothingness. All trapped within. I used my magic to open a portal from the collapse into this astral pocket. Between that world and your own. I am glad you found the portal and escaped with your life. My time here grows short. The words of power are broken. My magic is fading. Pocket will also collapse. Time will create this space. There is no peace in your world. You have faced Morag and the Old Ones and triumphed. Even the foul and ancient magics of the Dark Queen could not stand against your might. Savior of Neverwinter. Of not just your own world, but 1,000 others that would have fallen to Morag's arms. You speak with arrogance, but there is truth in your words. You faced Morag's power and survived. You have endured the threat of the race. Your work is far from done. Legend and fame will continue to grow, spreading throughout the north. But Morag will not be the most dangerous foe you face in your lifetime. As you become ever more powerful, so will those who seek to destroy you. There are many who will try to steal that which you have worked so hard for. And others will seek to forge their own legend by destroying you. Your enemies will land. They will strike when you least expect it. It's the price of fame and fortune. More than this I cannot say. For my magic has grown weak with the destruction of the words of power. In the mists of time, cloud my vision. Quickly now, warm blood. I cannot sustain this astral pocket much longer. The portal behind me will return you to your own world. I thank you for all you have done. Never again will I be a word slave. Go through the portal. My long-awaited eternal.
In the end, victory. Without Morag, the Source Stone crumbled, and the great empire of the Old Ones was finally laid to rest. The deaths of these ancients could be felt throughout Neverwinter. Deprived of Morag's influence, the invading army faltered. The siege was soon turned. The toll of the battle had been high, but Neverwinter would not be consumed by grief or regret. Too many had already made that mistake. The city would rebuild and move forward. And what of the honored champion who had fought so hard while others fell? Their story does not end here, for this is a world of infinite tales. New adventures still await, and new legends are yet to be forged.